I'm Dr. Willie Jolley, and I got my beautiful bride.
Hi, I'm Dee.
Show them your nails today, just so everybody can see. Oh, Lord, every
Aren't
week.
they playing today?
Every day it's something new. And these are not nails that she went to the beauty shop and had put on. These are her nails that uh,
Lots of nail hardener.
she works
Nail
hard
hardener every day.
every day. We're the authors of the book, Make Love, Make Money, Make It Last, 10 Secrets for Shaping a Great Marriage. And we've been on lots of radio and television shows the last couple weeks, starting with Valentine's Day and it continued. I did a radio show this morning in Detroit, call-in show, and over the weekend it was Cincinnati. And so we are busy doing lots of interviews, and people
Sharing information.
sharing information. That's right. So
Sharing information for couples.
and people are buying that marriage book like crazy. We've been sending out more marriage books than any other book.
So we've been going to the post office.
A lot. So we're grateful. Someone said she's gorgeous on Instagram. This is true. This is true.
Thank you.
And,
You are so kind. Thank you.
And very grateful. DeWard Sanders is up in here, and Yvonne Williams. Hey, everybody. Welcome. For the folks on Facebook Live, for Yvonne's from Raleigh, North Carolina. Yeah, let us know where you're calling in from. Start a watch party if you're on Facebook Live. And then on Instagram, share, like, send hearts, because that makes the
Send some
algorithm.
likes and invite somebody else. Tonight's a good topic.
Good topic tonight to invite somebody.
And it's
real
not
quick.
just it's for couples,
Yeah.
but it's for
Relationships.
everybody who might have something that they want to leave somebody.
Well, relationship. This one is a real deal conversation. We're going to bring the real deal to everybody.
And it's happening in a lot of different forms.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
in fact, for some of the information, we're in the midst of doing it right now.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. So
we're learning as we go, and we're sharing with you what we're learning.
we're learning a lot, and we're grateful. So thank y'all for your love and your somebody from Southeast Washington got it.
Hi.
Love y'all. Thank you, Georgetown, all over the place.
Thank you. I like the hearts.
Yeah, love the hearts. Okay, let's
Yes,
talk
sir.
about it. We got a lot to talk about tonight because this is a very topic.
He's such a character.
Woo!
You know, it's a necessary piece of information.
Oh no, this is more than necessary.
Okay.
This is spicy, baby. Spicy.
It's not about sex. That's the only thing you think is spicy is sex. It's not about sex. So don't think it's
Why
about
does
sex,
she always
guys,
think all I think about is sex?
because that's all you think about.
Oh, okay. Well,
And this is about money.
all right. So let's talk. You know,
Sex, money, communication.
the three big things that break up marriages, according to our book, Make Love, Make Money, Make It Last.
Well, according to research, period. We
And
state that in the book.
We stated in the book, and it comes from research that the three things that break up is Marion. Hey, Marion. The three things that break up marriages are sex, money, and communication.
Yes.
Hey, Olympia, good to have you, and glad you continue to share with everybody. Remember, start a watch party and share with
Give
a
us some
couple.
likes. Okay.
And likes and love.
Information. Ready?
All right, here we go.
Okay. Short and sweet.
Here's the letter. Here's the concept. Here's the situation.
Here's the situation. Yes. Since
The names have been changed to protect the innocent.
Since 2009, Paul had known them from the manicured suburban lawn, so they didn't live in D.C., to the black Range Rover with the personalized license plates, with the older Audi parked closest to the gray double garage doors.
My. It's starting to get deep now.
To their hosting the gang's annual Super Bowl party for the last 8 years. Accompanied by endless cheesy mac and cheese, chicken wings, who doesn't love chicken wings, and nachos.
Yeah.
Sam and Erica seemed the perfect married couple.
Yep.
Both were civil servants
Mm.
in their mid-50s, no children, a backyard gazebo with a lap swimming pool, and 2 in-house golden retrievers.
Oh, I gotta say this.
What?
DeWad said, "What? No sex? Why are we here?" That's my man! My man! My man! right, go ahead. We're talking about one of the other big boulders that break up marriage.
This is money related, okay?
All right.
Then August came. We're in the midst of COVID. August of 2020, Erica got COVID. After a 39-day stay in the Washington Hospital Center, there was no goodbye time with Sam. Erica passed away.
Wow.
The hospital called her next of kin. No, it wasn't Sam. It was her daughter, Angela, who lived in Augusta, Georgia. "Don't touch a thing," spoke Angela curtly to Sam in her follow-up call to him. "I'm on the next flight." A dazed, muddled Sam muddled through the funeral, relegated to sitting in the third row back from the family during the memorial service. Sam was not even listed a family member in the memorial program.
Point, they weren't legally married. They said they were married, but they weren't.
So that's common law. And,
Well,
and the laws, common law is different
in different areas.
different states.
That's
in the
right.
District of
All right,
Columbia.
go ahead.
Oh, okay. You've got
After the service, here's what her daughter said to Sam, who was her longtime love. Go ahead.
You've got 7 days to vacate the house.
Woo!
Were her parting words to him.
Wow.
Now, what happened to this happy couple? So herein comes, what happened to this happy couple?
My.
A whole bunch of things going on.
Yeah.
All right, so what's one thing that we know already about this couple?
Woo.
Anybody? Quick.
Anybody? Quick. What are some of the things that we already know? Let's see. Y'all got a Mohawk Blondie joint. Thank you, Mohawk Blondie. You know, I think you are awesome. Anyway, you know that though. What's some things that are problematic here that we already see? There's some problems here. That's right. Y'all are coming up. People on IG are coming up with it, and people on Instagram. I mean, on Facebook Live.
What do you think some of the problems are right now?
No communication.
Okay.
No will. Thank you.
Great. Yes.
No will. Olympia says no communication. Though is another big one. No, formal commitment.
What's a formal commitment if it's not marriage? What do you do? A written arrangement? I don't really know about that, but I guess you would have to have a written arrangement, right?
We don't have that deal because we in it for life, and the only way she can get out of it is die anyway.
So we got married. They said there's no formal commitment, nothing written down. Okay.
Darlene said financially it might not have made sense for them to legally marry. Well, okay, but let's keep reading.
That's a good point.
Good point.
And
now
depending upon the situation, right?
Listen to the rest of the story. Okay.
So Sam was never married to Erica. She owned it all. The house, the cars, and even the dogs. It appeared Sam was a well-kept partner.
Or was he?
Or was he really?
Now,
this is an actual situation.
Now, he paid money into the house. He paid part of the house. It wasn't like he was... I
don't know how much.
Yeah, he was not like a gigolo.
We changed the names because this is actually a situation happening in an area of Prince George's County.
Yeah, in an area of Prince George's County, correct.
So, it's a great teaching tool.
Yep.
All right? So, Sam's name was on nothing. He wasn't a co-owner.
Nope.
He wasn't a joint tenant or even one with right of survivorship. And he's like, all these legal terms and stuff just kind of boggles your mind. He's like, what is right of survivorship? That means the person who's still living automatically absorbs the person who has died, absorbs their property. That's not what they had.
That's not what they had.
So I think very clearly she wanted everything to go to her child.
Right.
And nothing to him.
Someone said up here in IG, no joint legal document. No joint legal document. That's right. That's right.
So then a larger question is, Do you know how your property is titled?
That's one thing. Okay. We got the folks jumping in, Barang Mona's jumping in.
You can read it. I can't.
Communication wasn't done. Now, this is something that we got told about, and it was called, "Are you beneficiary worthy?"
That was how they worded it. But let me add this.
Yep.
So Erica had not listed Sam as a beneficiary on anything. She had 3 life insurance policies.
Wow.
So, you can have life insurance policies with different people's names on it as beneficiaries.
Right.
His name was on none of the life insurance policies. So how can you say you love somebody? How much do you love them? We don't get out of this life alive, but you left them with nothing.
Nothing. And had to vacate the house. Okay.
Even the title to Erica's house was in her name only.
This is a mess. A mess. She did that to the dude. That's right. Yeah. And you know what, though? It might not have been malicious.
It might not really have. Some of it might not have been intentional. I said some because there's so many moving parts.
Nobody thinks they're ever going to die. That's first of all. Nobody doesn't want to talk about dying. Okay, nobody wants to die, but everybody want to go to heaven. Okay, here's what I'm saying. How many want to go to heaven? Look, I haven't found nobody who's going to heaven who's still walking around here. Okay, that's first. Second, I have found nobody who gets out of life alive. We all got one day we have the ultimate, the inevitable. It happens. So we have to prepare for that. If you love your spouse, if you really love them, then there's some work here. There's some process here.
So we have to think. If you're saying, you know what, I can't handle the fact that I'm not going to be here one day, so I can't prepare like that.
Right.
So maybe you can think, just in case.
Well, you got to think just in case. Maybe they can't get their head around dying, so they said just in case.
Yeah, just in case something happens to me, and the only thing is able to move are my eyelids and my mouth, and I can't sign anything.
Yeah.
I still need to have papers in order so that the person that I love, that is my partner, can take care of me.
That's another option.
Which suggests some other things.
What happened if she had not died and had been incapacitated and needed somebody to take care of her? Is that set up? Who does that handle? Who handles that? Okay. All of these things play. So we are talking about then when this beneficiary, are you beneficiary worthy in your relationship? It's something that people have to talk about.
All right, so let's go back.
All right, thank you for that, Terrence. He's an awesome broadcast. Thank you. We talking the real deal here. We know we don't pull no punches. Okay.
Let's go back to make sure we understand what we're talking about.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
That we have a relationship.
Yeah.
It was assumed that they were husband and wife.
Everybody thought they were husband and wife.
Right. They gave these.
They called themselves husband and wife.
Well, I wasn't there. I can't say.
That's what he told us. They implied.
Our friend did say that. It was implied.
It was strongly implied.
But that did not turn out to be the case. So the sad part is this person is now grieving the loss of his Erica, only to find out that he's got to lose the home that he's been in all these years. I don't know what portion of it he paid, but it doesn't matter because his name was not on the deed.
Ouch! Ouch!
Okay, and then there was no money. So.
And you know what? They might not ever have talked about it.
That's what we're getting to.
That's what we're getting to.
That we don't normally have a conversation about that. These are called courageous couples conversations, because these are not things we normally talk about or we gloss over them. Now, this is very timely because we shared with you that we updated our wills Christmas Eve.
Right?
That was one part.
That was just one part of it.
Yep. And then the next part that we added to that was that we set up a trust. You're like, okay, do you know what? That is just the beginning of the work. I'm not trying to scare anybody, but I am saying this whole life process is a series of things. Like the elephant, it's big and you need to bite it one step at a time. So right now, we're at the point of funding the trust, because a will just simply says, when I pass away, I want Jane to get my earrings. I want my car to go to Junior. I want my motorcycle to go to George. Okay?
Right.
But it doesn't put the mechanism in place as to who is going to make sure those pieces are done.
Right.
And that's what probate is about, which is a whole nother animal. That is costly, which I really not understood, because anytime I take on something and then I got to go down the rabbit hole and read like 20 million things about it.
Well, let me tell you, she started a whole company called Back Office Boss that she's working with small business owners on not just those items about running a business, but also about these courageous conversations you must
of
have.
How to keep the money.
Yeah.
Well, not just keep the business money, but the personal money. All right, so let's go back.
Okay.
So here we go. So now we have Sam, who's got nothing.
Nothing.
And he's got 7 days to get out.
Get out.
What happened? It didn't mean that she didn't love him or didn't want to keep him as a partner, but she lost all that because she died of COVID.
Wow.
So then the summary is the question that we raised: are you beneficiary worthy? What does that mean? Does my partner think enough of me to have prepared just in case they're not around?
Do you think enough of them beyond the bedroom? Now, come on, guys. You know that we talk about sex, Terrence and Dewad and all of them. We talk about sex, but this is a time when it got to be beyond the sex. And you heard me say that. Y'all know very rarely do I talk about beyond the sex, but this is one of those times.
Don't leave me here and not have prepared for me to be left alone.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother conversation. So we asked the question: are you beneficiary love worthy? Do you love me enough to prepare and take care of me in case you're no longer around? So that's the path we're on now with funding the trust and what do our affairs need to look like. And it is very challenging.
It is
because
challenging.
Every asset class has something different that happens to it. For example, let's go back to understanding what is a beneficiary. A beneficiary is a person or an entity you name to receive your stuff, the benefits of your money.
Right.
Your life insurance,
right?
Your bank accounts, your investment accounts, your retirement accounts. And when we say investment accounts, I'm thinking more of like the retail accounts. Like most people now have Robinhood, you got Schwab, you got TD Ameritrade, because now you can buy a slice of a product.
Right.
So we all $100, $20, something we're investing in, seeing the little returns that we're getting, right?
Yeah.
But where does that money go when you pass away? Do you have somebody to give it to who is responsible and that you want to give it to?
Right.
That's where we call the beneficiary.
Beneficiary, right.
Now, so the will is just the start.
Hey, by the way, this is a real dose of D. This is her thing, y'all. You know, people always wonder about our business and the speaking and the radio and television and the books. I tell people I am the tree shaker, but she is the jelly maker. Come on, somebody.
I'm just trying to keep and invest the money, every piece.
Every penny.
Because as an entrepreneur,
when I go up and go to work, she want that money to get up and go to work.
I do.
All right.
So as an entrepreneur, your business is up and down. It's seldom consistent. So we always have to be prepared for lean times, which means you are always saving and investing something. Right?
You ought to be.
Always saving, and we won't go there. Back to beneficiaries. So it is interesting to note that, Sam was not a beneficiary on any of her accounts. He's left out in the cold. But did you know that if you're a beneficiary on somebody's account, when that person passes, you get their money and bypass probate.
When you're in the trust.
When you are, when you're a beneficiary.
Oh, okay.
When you're listed as a beneficiary, the money's passed directly to you.
Okay.
And they bypass probate.
Got it.
Probate becomes an issue when you got stuff hanging out. Like a lot of young people. Well, we would had our will and trust done, and her name was Dion, wherever she said, if you're 18 as an adult, everybody should have a trust, a will and a trust.
Right, right.
A will is a living revocable trust, is a living, breathing document that you control while you are alive, and you can designate somebody else when you are incapacitated. You're sick. All these people who suddenly get COVID and they can't talk.
Can't breathe.
So,
Can't
so,
do
so
nothing.
who's going to handle their affairs?
Right. By the way, I'm taking my second shot tomorrow.
He gets his second shot tomorrow. So if you have not designated somebody to do that, then you're up a creek.
Right.
Which means that the court gets involved, which means that there's even more money out of your pocket because probate and all those things are expensive. So back to just the term beneficiary. Home assignment. When was the last time you looked at your documents? I will give you a real example. I opened Alliant Credit Union account because I'm a student of Susie Orman. I love all those finance things. And Susie Orman has to deal with Alliant Credit Union that will give you 0.50 interest for every $100 you put in for a year, right? My current...
If you do it by March something.
The deadline is March 31. MyAlliant.com. And Susie Orman's face comes up. So I'm always looking for how can I, this is my saving money, not my retirement money, but you're supposed to have at least a year or more of savings for emergencies. And then we can go in there because there are different levels of emergencies. So anyway, nobody's paying. Capital One, for example, is paying 0.01%. So you practically get nothing.
Right.
I said, okay, I'm going to transfer it over to Alliant. So I just went in and I set it up quickly. And after I am reviewing this, I realized that I had not put Willie's name on the account because when it came up for this myalliant.com, it didn't ask me joint owners. Right. I didn't think about it. Because, depending upon how you open the account, it might say joint owners.
Right.
So I didn't do it. So just think, as much as I'm involved with this, I had not put my husband's name on the account. So what did I do today? I went in today to update the account to go in where it says joint owners. And you know what happened?
What happened?
I put your information in. And then it said he has to verify who he is with his driver's license,
passport,
the
a utility bill,
a mortgage statement, all of that, and to be faxed or mailed in order for me to add him to a simple checking account. I mean, a savings account. Now, why do you think that is?
Right.
Because there's so much fraud and stuff going on. But I am saying there's so many things that we just overlook.
Right. And what happens, we have more and more of those stories like Erica and Sam. And that's why we want to say to everybody that love is more than an emotion. Marriage is more than an emotion. It's a decision. And you make some tough business decisions when you're in that process. When you're marrying somebody, you make decisions beyond the comfortable. And this is a very important conversation.
This is really business.
Yeah.
It's personal business, but this is business. This is how you build wealth, legacy, or you don't. Just by not having the partners' names on the account.
So this is one of the topics we're going to be dwelling on when we do the Jolley Marriage Enrichment series. Where DeWatt said, this is one of those sessions I wish lasted an hour or more. You're absolutely right,
Oh.
which is what we're going to do in the series. We're going to go into deep dives, so we won't be doing just our half-hour television broadcast, but we'll be doing an hour of real deep dive content to help people in these areas that we've learned about marriage and about relationships and about life.
A lot of times it is not cut and dry and simple. Even as we're discovering, as we are funding our trust, and every bank has a different procedure for how we have to give them the information so that we can put that banking information into a trust. Right. It really is an experience that I am going to share piece by piece. So then that is why it is important that you have an attorney. And you have to have the right kind of attorney. Because you have an attorney who might be an ambulance chaser, it's not the right attorney that you're going to have for your wills and your trusts.
So somebody said they couldn't hear us up there because our battery is starting to have some problems up there. Let me make a change.
Well, time is up, honey.
Oh, I'm gonna make a little change here for the folks there so that they can hear over here in IG land. Hopefully, I'll keep the
so as we're closing out, I want to go back to the main focus tonight is to ask yourself the question, ask your spouse the question, am I beneficiary love worthy?
Having that conversation, folks. Having the conversation.
Am I beneficiary love worthy? And what does that look like to you?
Yeah.
Because it can look different for different people.
Am I beneficiary worthy?
Am I beneficiary
Let's
love
have that.
worthy?
And what happens if something happened to you?
And what does it look like? And it's now, as I look at all the different pieces, and I said to Willie, we have too many things. When I say too many things, because we have business accounts and we have personal accounts, I'm trying to figure out how to downsize.
Well,
because there are a lot of pieces.
And they all have different requirements when we're putting them in the trust, okay?
Right.
And so they have different requirements. This is one of those topics that we realize, are you leaving your significant, your love of your life, are you leaving them in the will? Or are you going to leave them with a bill? Come on, somebody. Hey! That when I told her, I said, this is when we got to share. Are you leaving them in the will? Or are you leaving them with a bill? Wow. Okay? This is very important.
And love them.
Like I love you?
Yes.
You know like I love you. I love her. That's for
then
sure.
Then you're going to work to make sure that you provide everything possible.
Yep.
So they can live as best they can without you.
Yeah, and that's gonna be hard if I go somewhere just living without me. Cause I gave her life. Look, her life got to be exciting when I came along.
That is so dear. You're absolutely right.
That just when things started happening in her life, she said, "Lord have mercy." It's something every day.
It is.
But you're cute as you can be.
Thank you.
I love her. Y'all know that I crawl over broken glass to get to this.
It's time to go.
Time is up. We enjoy talking to y'all. Go to look here. If you want to be in on our series and learn deep dives in these areas of sex, money, communication, you go to jollymarriage.com/series. Sign up for the whole series. It's $30 a session or $250 for the whole.
We're still working on it.
We're working through it, but just go and do that. And secondarily, if you don't have the book, you do not have the book, we've had people who've been buying all day, all week, last couple of weeks. Go to winwithwillie.com, hit the marriage icon, or just hit the products icon. Get 2 copies. 2 copies of the book. What we really recommend you do is that you order the bundle. That's the book, 2 books, 2 workbooks, the audio book, and the seminar on CD, 2 CDs. It's $150. And we say if you were willing to invest in getting into the marriage, doesn't make sense that you would invest in staying in your marriage rather than giving your money to the divorce lawyer. Because the divorces are $4,000, $5,000, $10,000, $40,000. We had one friend, it was $250,000 divorce. So $150, a lot less than $250.
So our focus is
So focus is
protecting each other.
we'll protect each other. Yes.
Right now.
So thank you, Olympia. Thank you, Terrence. Thank you, everybody. Nina had joined us. Marion over there. So many people joined us. Tell everybody to join us every Monday night. We might have some real exciting news coming up soon. We're working on some big deals beyond these platforms.
And what I'm working on in terms of the articles, because the information that I've gathered, the resources that go with the articles that I'm writing, they're going to be available on Jolley Marriage. So we're working through that, because then you could go and do the deep dive and study the resources.
Pass this on to everybody you know. Share the link. Tell everybody you got to watch this one. You want people to tune in every Monday night, 9 o'clock on IG. TV and on Facebook Live, and we're going to start next week on maybe Clubhouse. That is another option. We're trying
you want to think about your will. Think about who do you have as beneficiary for your checking, your savings, your investments. Just pull that out and look at that.
Or have and time to discuss about that with your significant other.
Right.
Where y'all at on this? Okay. And you know, in the book we say
that's a whole nother issue if they don't want to talk about it.
That's right.
Who's the beneficiary on their retirement account?
That's right. And we say in the book, we decided when we got married, I was going to be on her account. She was going to be on my accounts. There are no secret accounts. All right.
And look how you, over the years, you open other things.
All right. So, look, we got a lot to go, a lot to do. Thank y'all for your time. We appreciate you. Keep sharing this. It's been a joy to continue to share this every week, and it keeps growing. I am amazed how many people come up and say, oh, well, don't come up. Reach out to us and say, I watch you every week. I just watch you every week. People we don't even know. So, hey, look. God bless y'all. Continue to share it. We'll see you soon. This is Dr. Willie Jolley.
And this is Dee, Taylor-Jolley.
And Jolley out.
Jolley out.